Okay, so just let me know once you're able to see my screen. Okay, I assume that's a yes then, since no one says anything. All right. So once you join the platform, the classroom, the community, you would actually be right here. So it's important that you pay attention to the pin posts. So you can go ahead and open the pin posts and get familiar with who the admins are by hovering over the names, and you're able to follow and start a chat, follow and start a chat, and so on. Right? Or you can see more as well, and then you'll be able to see my name. I am the recruiter, so you'll be able to see my name. Now, people join this platform every single day. So we do these sessions from Monday to Friday, 10:30 a.m. CST to 12:30 p.m. CST. So now that you understand that this is your roadmap, and you will join the when you join the community, you will notice if there's a meeting taking place. There is a obvious live blinking bar populating. So once you click on this open session, it takes you to the calendar where you're able to join from the link. All right, so the system is that user friendly. Now, there are different categories for different things that we normally discuss, and I'm going to open them and show you. So, the first general category is where you put anything that is general. You would find, like just now, I just explained that we are live, and I gestured to the newbies as well. Older folks are able to join because there might be something new that they're able to learn. All right, so just one person acknowledge this post. um, Bear in mind, if you don't have the application, you don't hit the notification bell, and you're a part of this community, you would be missing out. You'd be missing out on the information, right? Because you're not here to see what we're talking about. So you're left alone. And sometimes a text message doesn't help. So when we have the session open, if you're able to attend as often as possible, go ahead and do that. All right. So naturally, you would be inside of the community once you join. For those who are new, observe the pin posts. Also observe the admins. They're here. Open that. Hover over the names. Follow. Hover over the names, and you can follow and start a chat. All right. Also pay attention to the navigation. The alert of the blinking bar telling you that there's a live session taking place. You can click on the link and it will take you to the calendar where you'll get a link to join the meeting. Once again, people join from every day, so we do these sessions from Monday to Friday. Now, that little dollar sign that you're here making that sound, I'm going to show you guys how you can tap into that so you're able to benefit from that. So we're going to talk about that as well. All right. So the category where we show you the general, these are categories. Under the general tab, I'll post, anything that is new. This is where you'll also find Petrina's pin post. Yes, guys, everything coming in. Some people would post that they got the job, and things will fall out of place every now and then, but I'm going to show you how you would do that. Next one is the introduction. So if you're new, we would expect that you come here and just introduce yourself. Hi, I'm like Letitia. She's from Guyana. She's been trying to find a work from home job, and she's hoping to get one through our agency. This is another one for Sadika. Sadika, are you on this call? Okay, that's fine. Ramona, the same. So naturally, guys, if you come in and you don't observe and these sessions are taking place, you're going to miss out. All right. So you naturally get a welcome message from our admins, but there's more that you have to do as well, and that is just simply plugging in. All right. The share your win section, we ask that you come over here and share anything good that is happening. Maybe you're applying for jobs, you're seeing where you're making progress. We want you guys to share your win. Maybe you've got assessment, you're in training, maybe, right? Some people are even taking the initiative to get there. This is awesome, right? So you guys will see a lot about this later on in our training where we talk about this. All right, so this is excellent news. Right, people coming in into interview process. Some people come in, land there, two jobs, leave. It's up to you what exactly you want to benefit out of the agency, but the work has really just begun. All right. The job vacancy section, this is where you'll find any post that we have shared, maybe something about the job, if not a post, but this is anything regarding to job vacancies. You're able to come here and just simply scroll down and you're able to find posts. Now, if we have a lot of Jamaicans on this call, you definitely want to check out this initial post where I normally make the things that stand out. I normally come and I put it here and you guys are able to navigate. All right, good stuff. Um, so if you open it, you're able to click on the link and it takes you directly to the classroom that we're going to play around with soon. All right. Now, the tech support, if you're having any technical issues, we ask that you come right here. You post it here. Oh my, Miko. So like, I'm not sure what Miko, are you on this call? All right, so for example, like Miko now, she's having some issues getting into the live sessions. So what we can do is just reach out to her and maybe show her how she can jump on the live session, like literally walk her through it so that she's able to get plugged in. So anything in this area, if oopsie, sorry, anything in this tech support area, you'll notice where 7 persons commented and so on. All right, hold on, let me just let someone in real quick. Right. So any technical issues you're facing, you can come over here and put it in this category. The resume revamping category has to do with help that you may need with your resume. You need someone to assist you with your resume. You have a question about resume, you can put it in this category. Any suggestions would come in this particular category. All right. Any suggestion will come in this particular category. Motivation, like something that would lift your spirit. Maybe it's a quote, a Bible message. Um, Maybe it's a song. For example, I think Ali shared something yesterday about the 1 hour Happy Thursday rule. So anything that is positive would fall under here. All right. For example, they normally have morning devotion. So for some of you guys who are spiritual and you need your morning blessing, it's always good to maybe start your day with some affirmations, a Bible verse, a positive quote, and it will carry you throughout the day and give you strength. All right. All right, affiliate marketing is also something that you're able to naturally once you join the platform, you can automatically decide if you want to be an affiliate. It's literally a mental decision that you would need to make. It's not mandatory, but we're gonna go through that today. And those little dollar sign sound that you're hearing, you are able to hear them too if you should plug in that area, and I'm gonna show you that soon. Announcement, anything that is going on live, you'd also find it in the announcement in addition to the general category. All right. Now I'm going to show you something now, just to show you how to put things in its respected category based on this. So share your wins. I'll come here, see the category has changed, and I'll probably just say I just did an interview with Loop. And if you want to add anything else, but suppose I didn't want to put it here, it was supposed to go, maybe it's something about the resume. I changed my mind. You can simply just come right here and make the adjustments from there so that your question is answered in a timely manner when it's in its perspective category. All right, and you'll just go ahead and post. So that is how you would utilize the category. Now we're going to dive up to the classroom. Inside of the classroom, all of what you're actually seeing here are called modules. These blocks are called modules. All of these blocks, and there are several blocks, they're all modules. So we're going to start with the first block and show you guys around. We normally go through the first two for you guys, so we go through that together. So we're going to go through the official welcome and then the guidelines and everything else. I'm going to take you through it. All right, so let's go.
Hey guys, I'm Chanel Wig, founder and creator of the digital brand, The Network Worth. Now, I'm here to give you the official welcome to Remote Income Solutions. This platform was created to provide solutions for persons who are seeking remote income, regardless of what type of income that might be. Whether it be a call center based job, virtual assisting, digital marketing, or even affiliate marketing. Once it is a form of remote income, the program is here to provide you with that solution. Now, while you're here, you will really realize that there are several services that you can plug into, right? You are able to get resume revamping. You're also able to get job vacancies. There are basic trainings on the general knowledge of customer service, of remote income, interpersonal skill development, the things that you will need to work on your own remotely and be successful doing so. At any and all given times, feel free to interact inside the program. We have different tabs for different things that you can put your questions, queries, or suggestions under. Most of all, share your wins. Whenever you gain anything from the platform, be it a job, be it knowledge, be it motivation, even if it's as simple as just networking with others, feel free to drop that in the share your win section, and we will all have a great time on this journey in remote income. All right, guys, so now let's discuss a few of the guidelines of our remote income solution platform, right? First of all, you have to have a respectful communication, meaning that we're in this digital space, all of us are here together. We can communicate, we can reach out to each other, but we have to do so in a respectful manner. Anyone that is caught disrespecting anyone, you will be permanently banned from being on the platform, right? Also, if you're caught bad mouthing or talking bad about the program or the platform, you will also be permanently banned from the program. We do welcome you sharing your thoughts and sharing what it is that you have to say, but you can do so in a professional and respectful manner. The next thing is for us to stay on topic when it is that we're posting or responses, right? There are different tabs for different things. And while it is not mandatory, it does help for you to share your wins in the share your wins tab, or to just
All right, guys. So you've got the first one there for you. The other one you can go through it on your own, especially if after this presentation has ended and you forget anything, you can always go back to this one. This one is only 5 minutes long, but you really need to see this one. All right. Now, the jobs are categorized in three different categories based on what we're looking at here: customer service jobs, email chats and non phone, sales and marketing jobs, and all you would need to do is click on the drop down menu to see what is inside of that folder. Now, bear in mind, with the customer service folder, it just really means anything at all. Doesn't mean that all customer service jobs will be posted here, but yes, that is true. Anything that requires you to talk on the phone, it would fall under this folder. So you just simply click under here and scroll to find whatever your job title is, the background is, and if you're still not finding anything, then you guys can go ahead and send me a message, and I'll definitely work with you on finding what exactly you need based on your resume and your background. All right, the same thing for the email chats, non-phone, or maybe minimal time on the phone. You would also find them here, and all you would need to do is scroll down and look for what you want. Same thing for sales and marketing. Scroll, open the folder by clicking on the drop down menu for those who might be following what I'm doing, and that is how you're able to do that. All right, you can close the folder just to keep you more organized, but you can drop down at any point in time that you want. Now I'm going to show you how we use the keyword search while we're on this said topic. So you'll come right here for those who are in Jamaica, and you will simply come and type Jamaica. Click on the search, and what you're actually telling the system is that I need jobs that are located in Jamaica, jobs that Jamaicans can do. The system would go ahead and filter out all the roles that have this keyword in it and bring up the jobs that you're able to go through based on your background and stuff like that. You can always click to page 2 and see what is there. Another thing that you can do, let me let someone in real quick. All right, another thing that you can do once you're here is type in Latin American. It's Latam. LATAM. It means Latin American. That means if you're in Haiti, Panama, Mexico, Colombia, Honduras, and so on. You guys are getting the idea, right? Right. So those countries are in the Latin American region, and Jamaica is one of them. It's just that sometimes some company would say, "Oh, we specifically want to work with this particular company." So whenever you see this one that says Latin American, LATAM, you can go ahead and search using that keyword, and it will bring up all the different roles that have Latin American that you can go and apply to. And if you're not finding what you want on page 1, you can always go to page 2, page 3, page 4, and you get the idea. Another keyword search that you can use if you do not find yourself in this particular category, maybe you are in Canada, maybe you are in the USA, all you would need to do is come right here and put Canada. You can even put a slash and put USA, or you can do it single-handedly and the system would still pick up on what exactly you want to find. And it will just show you all the list of roles that you can find for Canada, USA, or both. And you have up to, I don't know, up to 8 pages that you can go through and find what you want. And if you're still not finding what you want, again, you can always reach out to me or make suggestions, and then I'll just put those suggestions into bring them to life. If you are in other part of the world, for example, Africa, you can actually search by putting Africa. I also recommend you guys using the anywhere keyword search for this matter. However, there are some roles that would like to work with people who are located in Africa, and you just scroll and see what is there. Another thing that you can do if you're in UK, there's a whole different pool for those who are located in the United Kingdom. There's literally a database in itself, and you're able to find that directly here through the platform and go ahead and just go through them. We do have some persons that are also in India, so if you fall in that category, you can also do the same. The easiest way to find a general role would really be just to type in anywhere, like this. And then you just go through the list of roles that you're able to do from anywhere. Now you have to be careful with this one now, because it can be anywhere in the USA, and then it can be anywhere in the world. All right, so careful to just read. Let me see if I can find an example and show you. All right, so you can always go to page 2, like this one here. You would not apply for this one unless you are in the USA and you want to work from anywhere in the USA, right? That's the only time I would advise you to do that. But if it just says a general anywhere position, you can go ahead and apply to any one of them that it has that keyword, all right? So now that we understand how to keyword search, the next thing that we're going to do inside of the classroom is look over in the 1099 jobs platform. With the 1099 jobs platform, again, we normally put some videos just to guide you. For those who are interested in RIS, you can go ahead and check out those. Check out additional roles that are added. And if you're not seeing anything that is tailored to you, you can always reach out and we'll find something. But we don't exactly have a lot of persons who fall in this category, to be honest with you. However, there are different options that you can go through from the 1099 area. Another thing that you can find is work from home companies. Now, let me tell you a little bit about this because you might be wondering, aren't all the jobs work from home? Well, when you come here in this module, it really means that the jobs that you'll find here, they have more than one openings. They have multiple job vacancies inside of the platform. For example, let me stop sharing and show you something. For example, like how I click on the LATAM and then these comes up. Let's just say that, by the way, guys, this one was newly added yesterday, so you definitely want to check this out. All right. So with higher LATAM, you would find jobs that you're able to do from the Latin American region. So if you're in Jamaica, Panama, Panama, Colombia. Some of the companies have specific locations and they'll just put the general locations for the rest. You can go ahead and apply there. Sorry about that, guys. I don't get breaks from being off the phone. I always get a call for something. So I apologize about that. Right. So you would just take your time. Gosh, didn't I just let me close this out. All right. Right. So up here are the different jobs that you're able to do from different backgrounds. So accounting, finance, maybe you have accounting, financing background. You can open this and see if those roles are tailored to you and just go through them like so. If you have advanced background, maybe you have held a managerial position, you have management background, accounting, acquisition, even administrative. Some of them need persons who have experience to assist CEO. It's not hard. It looks hard, but it's not hard. And I can tell you a little bit about an executive assistant to the CEO. What you're doing is you're taking on most of the work for the CEO and just keep him organized so he stays on top of things, booking appointments, checking and responding to emails, cleaning up maybe spreadsheet, keeping the platform clean, responding and taking messages and provide them what most of the time they will provide you with training. In my experience, they provide some training so you understand what exactly is required of you. So don't worry about, oh boy, what am I? But if you have some experience doing this, it will just be easier for you. There's also a role in customer service as well, guys. So you can check out customer service support roles. Once you're in the Caribbean region, I don't want you guys to be afraid to try these. Mariah, I know you're on the call, and I think you're in Guyana. Let me see this one. Okay, Guyana is not on this one, but give me a second, guys. Hold on. Sorry about that. Right. So, anything that once it's in your region, you can go ahead and apply, or if it's anywhere that you know it didn't give a specific area, you can go ahead and apply. Um, they also have some roles with on-site opportunities as well. So if that does not tailor to your needs, you just need to skip over it. All right. If you have an HR background, you guys are able to get roles in this as well. And let me just tell you, if you guys decide that you're going to take up one of these positions with Higher Latam, they have a general disclaimer message will ask you if you have experience to do all of what they're asking you. If you should hit that no button, you that may be your icebreaker. All right? And you'll just take your time. There's a lot of options. This is actually one of my favorite, absolute favorite. So I want you guys to play around with this as well. All right, so I'm gonna close out of this and just go back to where we were. For all the jobs, the links to these jobs are always located under the bottom of the heading called resources. So you will just need to click on the link there and just follow the directives. If you should look at other things, you're able to see, for example, Octotasker. You can just click on it like that, and it'll just bring up the different openings that are there. Maybe you're a recruiter like me, or maybe you're just starting out in recruiting, so you're not a senior recruiter, but you're a junior recruiter and you're able to do recruiting. All you would need to do is just open the job, look at the job description, read what you'll be doing, and if it's something that you have some experience with, then you can go ahead and apply. All right. The application process is very simple. Let me just kind of give you an example how it looks. With Octotasker, it's very, very simple to apply. Literally, this is the application process along with attaching a copy of your resume. All right, they will send you assessments. So, as although this job application is this simple, when you get the assessments and the instructions to do if you get shortlisted, it's important that you carry out those. All right. For those who don't like to do assessments, I hate to break the ice, but there are a lot of companies that normally send you assessments. The assessment is simply to ensure that you are capable of doing the job that you're applying for. They want to ensure that you have basic skill, basic understanding, and that is why they normally send you an assessment. All right. For example, someone who is applying for like a bilingual role, they may give you an exam or an assessment to complete some answer by them asking you some question in the language of choice. For example, French, Spanish. So if you can't pass that assessment, they will know that, oh, you're not a fluent speaker. Maybe you can't even do the job because you don't understand what they're asking you. So that's the purpose of always getting an assessment. So it's important when you get assessment, guys. Another important tip is to not rush your assessments. Take time out to complete those assessments in a timely manner. Rushing the assessments can cause you to fail terribly and have a poor input on you. Maybe you do an assessment and they did not select you, but guess what? Because you had done that assessment very well, it shows that you are competent and the company may hire you later. They may call you for an interview later on. All right, so don't take assessments for granted. All right, so the same thing with other ones. You just simply click on the link for any one of these and go through the different jobs that they're offering and apply. All right, so that's all these are. Bruntwork is a good one, guys. For those who are wondering, yes, I have applied for as well with them, and I did get shortlisted easily. So this might be one another one that you're able to go through. Just take time out and go through them, open the link, see what the jobs that they're offering, and if anything is specifically tailored to your needs, then you can just apply for them. And this is how Bruntwork database actually looks like. You can actually see right here that they're accepting people from Philippines, Colombia, Southeast Asia, Latin America, Europe, and Africa. All right, so if you fall in those category, all you would need to do is come here, just click on the remote opportunities. So you have to filter. They always say is not how you do it is what you do, or so it go. You can also come here and filter as well by selecting your background. Maybe you have for Mariah, you could just select something like, if I'm not mistaken, I think your background is in customer service and sales. So maybe you would just filter by using sales. And if you don't see what your background is, you can always select other, like so. All right? And then you would just take your time, go through. If you know you have bookkeeping background, open the job, look at it. Right. Let's see what else. Accounting background, open the jobs, guys. All right, open the jobs and look. Administration, if you're bilingual, guys, these are all here for you. Stevenson, if you're on this call with your bilingual background, which I'm already impressed with, these are something for you to definitely go through. All right, and apply. If you have a collection specialist background, you can open these as well, which I do have collections background, so this would be easy for me indeed. And you can just look at the job description, understand that you get 1 hour unpaid break. You're working from 8 to 5. This is a remote position. I always look at these as a win point, guys. So some of these you can actually use for whenever you're getting like interview offers and stuff like that, right? You must be able to have some CRM knowledge, but go through, see what the job is all about. If they do not disclose payment, it simply means that you're able to negotiate at your interview, and always give them a range. If you want to earn more than what you're asking for, You have to be smart enough to say, all right, and you know what, I'm going to work with a range. I want to earn $15 an hour, but a good amount to probably give them is I'm willing to take anywhere from 13 to $18 an hour. And once they hear that, they will give you the best option. If it's working out where they're offering more, then you're still winning. All right, but always give them a range. Don't just say, "Oh, I want to make $13.50 per hour," or "I want to make $10 an hour." Always work with a range. This is always a winner. In my background, this has always been a win, to help you to get more money. All right, more salary. Right. So you just take your time and go through the opportunities that they have. Play around with what works for you. If you don't like this, um you can always go to the database and filter. All right, guys. So I want you guys to really play around with this. Let's look at some other things now inside of the classroom. Now you understand what is in work from home companies. This is absolutely one of my best favorite to go to, especially when people have different kinds of background and maybe the job titles that are posted is not exactly catching your attention and you have a different taste buds, right? Because I like coffee, but maybe you don't like coffee. Maybe you like tea. Maybe someone else just like orange juice in the morning. So that's why we came up with the work from home companies because we know that there's going to be something there for everyone's background. Um, Resume revamping now. This is a specialist area where you would have to come before you start applying for jobs. It's very imperative that your resume is revamped and ATS optimized. All right? We know you guys are excited to get jobs, but guys, if you want to win and if you want to win fast, it's best for you guys to take this step first. All right, now some of you guys will be seeing where in order to unlock this, it's $20. And you might be saying, but I don't have any $20, Shiloh. So what am I gonna do now? I'm stuck. No. We know that some persons are not able to afford the $20, so we created the DIY. It's just that this one, if you're not tech savvy, this one may just take some of you guys a little bit more time to get it done. I wish I could fix people's resume all day long, but sometimes I'm only able to provide feedback because of the different various amount of resume and the different assistant that I have to provide. Right? But there's a do it yourself option. By the way, guys, with this option, you get it within 3 to 5 days. With these options, it all depends on how soon you fix this. All right, so let me open it and show you. It's free. All right, guys. Now with the DIY option, we give you literally the step by step. It looks long, 1 to 19, but it is not long. Believe me, I tell you, it's not long. All of what you're seeing here is value how to create the best resume that tells your story, because that's what a resume is. If your resume is not telling a story, you are literally missing out. All right, so we're going to talk about that. We talk about the funds, we talk about how to exercise utilizing the years, job description, heading your titles, size, how to utilize by talking in percentage, show numbers, utilizing skills that match up to the job description, education, and checking for errors. Because of course, your resume. It's important that your resume is free. Free from grammatical errors, and ensure that your resume is also customized to that job that you're applying to, right? And then afterwards, it's important that you convert your resume to PDF format. For those of you who have already done your resume, it's important to convert it to PDF format. I'm going to show you guys an example as well today, how you do that. We did have some question on that yesterday, so if time's allowed today, I'll go through that and show you guys how to do that. All right. What else? Next thing is looking at how the resume should look afterwards, and this is how it would look. See, nicely, outstanding, formatted. You can see where everything is equal, nothing is, you know, unbalanced. Sits well on the page, fits nicely. It must have start and end date, for example, January 2020 to January 2025. All right, ensure that your resume is in that format. No, you're not writing out the whole entire January. You just need to write Jan 2020 to Jan 2025. All right, or March MAR 2020 to March 2025. All right, for me, that's easy because it's also, May 2020 to May 2025. Ensure that your title is there, the company and location is there, so you don't have to write out the full location. But let's just say, for example, when I work with Spectra Force, the company was located in Raleigh, North Carolina, but they had a space in Jamaica. So that's the location that we would add. So when they move back to Raleigh, North Carolina, I still have that on my resume as Raleigh, North Carolina, along with well, if depending on which depending on what is the main branch they have and what they want you to use, because some companies would want you to use their main branch. All right, so I put Raleigh, North Carolina. This stands out, and let me tell you why it stands out. Because whenever you're gonna move on to your next job, and they look and see, oh, she's worked with a U.S. based company. This is impressive. That's how you stand out. So if you've worked with a company, the company is located in the U.S. You're here in Jamaica. That means you already understand how the US market works. All right? So it's good to do it like that. Education and everything falls last. So if your resume have your education way up at the top, no, 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 you have to tweak that a bit, fix it, and you can always have an admin to look at your resume. Now that we're finished with the DIY resume, we're going to go back to the classroom and show you what is next in the modules. Interview preparation, guys. I do not want you guys to think that you are able to figure out interviews on your own, which is why we have created the Master in Your Moments interview preparation ebook that you can either download it or you can print it. This is very useful content, and I'm going to show you a little bit around. All right. So inside of the ebook for the interview preparation, it is actually done by our resume revamper, Sharilla Stewart. So she's the one who created this one for you guys. And again, it's free. All right. So if you go through it, you will understand the different things that is covered, the importance of interview preparation. We tell you the type of questions they're gonna ask, how to prepare yourself beforehand. Because yes, guys, it's a preparation. Just like it's Sabbath coming up for me today, so you won't find that I work on the weekend, right? So it's Friday, May 2, right? So like the preparation now, when I finish my task, all I have to do is maybe go and prepare what we're gonna eat for tomorrow, and you guys get the idea of it, right? Same thing for your interview. Common questions that will be asked. It's right here. You guys have access to it, and we tell you how to answer them. All right? And we tell you the reason behind them even asking you those questions. So please, it's very user friendly, easy to read. I like the fonts that is utilized here, and I want you guys to go through this and get as much value as you can. This is something that you can even use, guys, outside of RIS. So these questions that are asked, you guys are able to nail opportunities if you come across any outside of the platform and kill it. Then after you've finished done that, go ahead and check on the complete for all of them, all of everything that you complete in the module. Go ahead and click on the check mark. There is handling your interview like a pro, also done by me. You can go ahead and check it out. It's only 7.5 minutes long, right? And in this module here, it's very short and spicy, and you'll find information about how to handle your interview like a professional, types of question they ask, again, the reason why they ask these questions, and what are good responses. So you can go through this and get insight. If you need your one-on-one session for your interview preparation, this is exactly what we're gonna go through, guys, just in case you're wondering. All right. Of course, you're gonna have cold feet. You're gonna need some encouragement. We are here for you, but we want you guys to go through these. All right. It's still nerve-wracking for me, even whenever I am doing interviews. If I'm going to do an interview, even though I'm a senior in on the market, I still get nervous. All right. So it's a natural reaction. Next thing that is inside of the classroom are other remote income opportunities that you're able to tap into that will generate passive income, and you're able to just open it and go through them and see what exactly you can learn about and invest in anything that you have gone through. Go ahead and click on the check mark. These are not mandatory, just again for you to know. If you don't have any experience in sales, how to deal with personal sensitive information, customer service, all of these modules are for you to get familiar with on how to master sales, how to cross sell, getting the basic introduction to sales. Once you've completed each, once you've completed each, you just go ahead and click on the check mark and so on. All right, gonna move on to sensitive personal information as well. Every company has different agreements. It's important that you try to understand what are their just like RIS, we're registered company, and people anywhere in the world can tap into what is being offered on the platform. But not every company is meant to be advertised like RIS. We are a job agency, so it's important when you come on board that you understand, if you should land an offer, that you understand what are how to deal with personal and treat private information, something not to go out and discuss in public, and things of that nature. And we even tell you how you can protect personal information, since this is also neglected while working from home. We tend to get laid back and leave our system unlocked, and you don't know who's coming around. So it's important for you to protect the company's information. It also shows high level of integrity on your part as well, guys. All right, another thing that you can go through are customer service, learning about empathy, record keeping, and data entry. And all of these are free tools that you're able to, free resources that you're able to go through. Let me see what else is inside of the classroom. Okay, interpersonal skill set. We want you guys to go through this module as well. You're able to find how to, you know, take care of your mental health and self-care, because working from home you need to create balance. I look forward to my weekend because I work hard throughout the week, so on the weekend is how I get to really let my hair down, unwind, go to the beach, exchange energy with nature, spend time with family, get a chance to really connect with the most high and all of that. So that's really what I use my weekend and do. So you have to create a balance, not just work, 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 so that you don't shut down or feel overwhelmed. All right, guys. So that is what you'll find in here. Um, if you're having any technical troubleshooting, it's important that you go through this module as well. You're able to find information on how to clear your cache, clear your cookies, and the benefit of clearing your cache and cookies. Um, Not going to play it, but you guys are able to go through this on your own and get the basic idea why it's important, how to do it, and it's healthy for your PC as well. Next thing that is also inside of the platform that we're going to look at are the fact that you guys are now able to tap into the affiliate aspect of RIS. Now, those are the dollar signs that you guys were hearing coming in before, is the fact that people are coming in from various walks of life. They realize that, they're not able to do this on their own. They're not able to get a job. They may lack certain skills and they need our help. And that is what we're here to do. And that is why we have these live sessions where you guys are able to tap in, ask questions, and get it done the right way. All right. So the support that RIS is providing inside of the agency is really priceless. So I just want to emphasize on just going through it and understand that you are able to tap into this part if you choose. All right, so we provide you with strategies, how to link your bank, where to find your affiliate link. We even give you a script for those who are TikTokers and maybe you have an audience. You literally can plug right in by utilizing the script presented to you if you're not able to, do it out of your head. We give you the guidelines, the roadmap. I'm going to show you how you would find your affiliate link by clicking on your profile right here. You would notice where you have the option of the affiliate. So you will click on affiliates. Once that comes up, what you would also do is click on remote income solution. When you click on this, we used to offer 30%, but guys, for the month of May, for those who are here now, for those who did not know, I think this was for the past, what, 2 days? If Brittany is on this call, I think this is for the last 2 days. Right. So it started in May. It's going to end at the end of May, where all affiliates are now entitled to get 40% commission for anyone that they refer to remote income solution. Again, the platform literally sells for itself. You don't need to persuade anyone to do anything. It is not for everyone, just to let you know. So the right audience that need this will definitely tap into it if they see value in what you're presenting to them. So 40% of $30 is how much again? That's around $12 if I'm not mistaken, that you would actually get per person. Now, if you're not an active member and you decide that, all right, I found a job, I want to go, but you don't tell a multitude and the multitude came over, school would not have a way to compensate you for those. You have to be an active member you have to be plugged in as an active member in order to benefit from the affiliate aspect of it. As long as you're an active member, you can continue earning and utilizing this method. Bear in mind, it takes 14 days for school to release that payment to your card. All right, so this is your link. You don't need to alter it, you just need to copy it and share it with someone that you know may be looking for a job or other remote income opportunity, or maybe they need their resume, this or whatever the case may be. Um, Now, to the payment method, this is where you would add your card. An active card has to be on your school account. So if you remove the card from your account, you would notice why that school would practically telling you that, oh, it's thinking that you want to close the platform, you want to be removed from the platform. So they will just you would get a chance to use the platform until your cancellation is over. All right, so you would add a card. A card stay on file at all times. That is how you're able to also get payments to that card. So now that we understand where to find our affiliate links, we're gonna go back to the classroom. Um, then now we're gonna look at the LinkedIn profile. So in this LinkedIn profile, it's more than just about LinkedIn. So I want you guys to come in here and see what is tailored to your needs. Um, when you come here, one second, guys. Sorry, I live near to the main road, so whenever things get too loud, I tend to block it out. I'm sorry about that. So for the served, we normally encourage persons, especially those who maybe don't have a lot of educational background. Guys, now is your chance to come over here and get your served English assessment test done. Right. You can get your English assessment test done. Now, this is now globally recognized. It is a common European framework of reference for language. So those of you who have a teaching certificate and you have like maybe the TFEL, the TSOL, and the ILTS, you know what I'm talking about? Yes, it's the same thing. It's a global recognized certification that you guys are able to come in here and do and get certified and maybe even go and teach. Well, this specific one that I'm showing you here is not for the teaching one, but the options are there for the ones that you can teach. All right, now this also talks about the different grading and the different level. If you had noticed before when we were showing the share your win, where persons went in, did the assessment, and some people were getting C1, some people were getting C2. Either way, these two are the most accepted ones. If you fall in any other category, those are really average, and most companies are not looking for an average results. So they will always take C1, C2 because it means you are an advanced user, and you'll see a little bit more about this. All right, here's a link to take your assessment, but I urge you not to take the assessment as yet. I'm going to go through something important. Um, For the LinkedIn profile, you can add your certification to it once you pass your assessment as well. And we normally encourage you to have that avenue open, since that is how I also landed about two different jobs that I was not expecting, and they paid very well. So having this avenue open just because is a good way to also leverage your time and your space, ensure that your resume is revamped and everything, and you can actually upload that to your LinkedIn profile. We show you how you can create your launchpad, and if it's something that you do not have the time to do, you're able to pay and get that done by one of our admins. All right, so just send a request out to this email, and we'll go ahead and create like a one-on-one schedule, find out what exactly you need to do, you need done, and we will tell you what the cost would be. Now for the EF set English level, once again, this one now it tells you the grading again, what C1 means, what C2, what B1, B2, A1, A2 mean. Um, there's a practice test, guys, that we normally encourage you guys to do the practice assessments, and go through. And once you've completed all of your practice assessments, then you're ready to do your initial exam. So you can click on the link like this, and this is how it comes up. And it asks you basic questions to see if you understand. For example, Mike dashed down the stairs in order to catch the last bus home. So what would be the dash? What is the dash? Mike dashed down the stairs in order to catch the last bus home. It's a last bus, right? What do you think he did? Hurried down the stairs, pushed down the stairs, sped up the stairs, urged up the stairs, and it's question like these. Do we have a question, Miguelson?
Um, Hello, good morning. How are you doing, guys?
I'm great.
Good morning, everybody. And then, nice to hear about you. And then, the the question I have is not about this. The question I have is about my revamping resume. As I have something like I know if they supposed to be like they are on the resume.